Parental alienation is rather a controversial topic these days, and some people believe in it, some people don't believe it. Sometimes a victim needs it to describe what is happening to them, and sometimes the perpetrator uses it to get away with what they're doing to somebody else. When it comes to parental alienation, this was by Dr. Richard Gardner. And it was a term used to describe a process where one parent systematically undermines and sabotages the relationship between their child and their child's other parent, which happens. And they do it through manipulation, through lies, through psychological tactics such as gaslighting. Narcissistic individuals manipulate to their advantage. And when it comes to narcissistic individuals, they tend to try to triangulate their child against their other parent to create that distrust. And then the second the healthy parent says no more and stands up to the narcissist, and might potentially stop the narcissist from seeing those children because of the psychological harm that's being caused to those children, the narcissist gets offended, plays the victim, and uses DARVO whenever the healthy parent tries to protect their child. In the context of parental alienation, when it comes to DARVO, which is deny, attack, and then reverse the role of the victim and offender, the narcissist projection. This is Jennifer Freyd's DARVO, which is a tactic where a perpetrator denies any wrongdoing, claims they're innocent in it all, plays the victim in it all, acts like the victim, and then flips the roles to portray themselves as the victim and the other party as the perpetrator. In parental alienation, more often than not, the alienating parents will accuse the targeted parent of alienating them so that they can get away with their neglect. They will often deflect attention away from their own actions and manipulate the system to their advantage. Projection involves the narcissist attributing their own negative traits, their own negative actions, their own negative flaws onto somebody else. So when it comes to parental alienation, the alienating parents will often accuse the targeted parent of behaviours that they themselves are engaging in, such as being manipulative or uncaring, to justify their campaign against the healthy parent, and also to gain enablers and flying monkeys to support them and validate the perpetrator so that they don't believe they're doing anything wrong. Narcissistic individuals push people to their absolute limits, and then the second people actually have finally had enough and stand up to the narcissist gets offended, plays the victim, and gains a sympathetic attention. They will use gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation aimed at making the victim doubt their own reality, their own memory, and their own perception. In parental alienation, the alienating parents will distort the child's memory, the child's experiences with the targeted parent, causing the child to question the relationship and the trust with the other parent. Narcissists use love bombing and intermittent reinforcement and intimidation to coercively control their children, to place that fear into their children. A prime example of the narcissist DARVO is when they will refuse to pay any form of child support for their children because they don't take responsibility. They believe you should, but they don't. Yet in order to get away with their behaviour, they accuse the parent who is providing for their children of being greedy, of being jealous, of being bitter, of just wanting to use them for financial gain. which creates a smokescreen, and people tend to pity the narcissist. Oh, poor narcissist can't afford to provide for their children. Meanwhile, the other providing for that child, and the narcissist gains all the sympathetic attention. Narcissists love to scapegoat people so that they don't have to face the consequences of their actions, and so that they can lap up that sympathetic attention and gain the validation that they're not the issue. When it comes to a narcissist and the tactics they use to alienate their children, they're looking to undermine their child's bond with the targeted parent, erode the trust in them, manipulate their emotions and beliefs about the other parent. So the narcissistic individual might go on and on and on about, I'd like child to sleep over. Can they sleep over? Can they sleep over? And the healthy parent might ask the child, do you want to sleep over? Yes, that's fine. And against their better judgment, let the child go because it's the child's other parent. And then when the child is over there, the narcissistic individual goes, oh, I'm sorry, you can't stop. Mummy or daddy want you back immediately. And take the child back. And the child blames the healthy parent who's like, hang on, I never said that. And then trying to defend themselves without slating the other parent to the child. They'll offer to pick the child up on a day that they shouldn't have the child. When they drop the child off, they'll say, hey, I'll come and pick you up tomorrow and take you bowling. How do you fancy that? Only if it's okay with your other parent. And the narcissist knows you want that routine and stability for your child, but you might just think, well, okay, it's a one-off, yes. Would you like to go? The child says yes. The parent messages the narcissistic individual and says, yes, that'd be lovely, thank you. The child would love to come. And then the narcissist just messages him back, goes, oh, sorry, I can't now. I've got plans with friends. And then you're the one that has to let the child down. And the second you let the child down, the child says, Mummy and Daddy told me you wouldn't let me go. They told me you'd say no. So you look like the issue. And then you're sat there showing the child messages as proof and feeling like you're turning into the narcissistic one because the child is then involved in adult conflict that they shouldn't be. A narcissist will happily claim that your other parent doesn't really care about you. So the child starts to doubt the other parent's motives. They'll claim this, yet the narcissist themselves lacks the empathy to care genuinely about their child. They will claim that your mum or your dad is always trying to manipulate you, and it's the narcissist themselves trying to manipulate their child. They will claim that they're the only one that understands them, that their other parent doesn't understand them. When the narcissist lacks the empathy to understand their child, they're just looking to get their own needs met. The narcissist will claim that the other parent is unreasonable, irresponsible, unreliable. When it's the narcissist who's unreasonable and constantly shifts parenting plans, who's irresponsible and takes the child to inappropriate things, who's unreliable and fails to show up when they promise the child that they would, yet blames the other parent and claims the other parent wouldn't allow them. They will claim that their mum or dad is trying to turn them against them, even though it's the narcissist trying to turn the child against their other parent. They will claim that the other parent doesn't appreciate them and that they're better off with them, when it's the narcissist who doesn't appreciate the child and the child is actually better off with the genuine parent. They will claim that the other parent is just envious of the relationship because narcissistic individuals are envious of others, believing others are envious of them. So they're trying to break down the relationship so the narcissist is in control and isn't envious of the child's relationship with the other parent. They'll claim that the mum or dad causes all the problems when it's the narcissist causing all the problems. They'll claim that their mummy or daddy won't let them do something, yet the narcissist will take them out to do something very inappropriate and twist it onto the healthy parent. They will offer to do something and then claim only if it's okay with your mummy or daddy. They'll promise to do something at an inappropriate time or when they know that mum or dad has got plans with the child, so the narcissistic parent will offer something more interesting, more enticing on the same day to create that conflict so that the narcissistic individual wins. So the child comes home and is, I don't really want to go there. Mummy or daddy said they're going there and they'd take me. And you can think, against better judgment, you can either stand your ground and then the child's going to moan at you, or you can say, yes, okay then. And then when the day comes and you're all ready to get off out and the narcissistic parent's supposed to pick the child up, the narcissistic parent fails to show up for that child and blames you in some way to the child, claims that you wouldn't allow them to go, to cause that conflict in your day even when they're not even there. And they will even say if it wasn't for your mummy or daddy, the family unit would still be together. Even though the narcissist lied, cheated, deceived, has a whole new family set up, they will blame the other parent for the breakdown of the relationship, because to a narcissist, nothing is ever their fault. They're not taking responsibility for anything. They're not facing any consequences. They're just going to scapegoat somebody and blame somebody else. Narcissistic individuals use these phrases to distort their child's perception of the other parent, to sow those seeds of distrust and to manipulate them into favouring the narcissistic parent while undermining the other parent's authority and the other parent's love. And the second the other parent dares to stand up to the narcissist plays the victim and claims parental alienation so that they can continue to get away with their abusive behaviour. If anyone has any thoughts on this video or any phrases, the gaslighting phrases that you heard, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviours to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon: 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries, and the new book, which is out now, which is The Hilarious and Horrifying Narcissistic Memes and Their Meanings, which is available now on Amazon. And the links for those will be in the description if you'd like to go and check those out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.